Yo, what's going on, yo? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope you had a great day overall, man. I'm back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. We got some things that we currently need to discuss that's going on in the boxing world. We're gonna get into some random boxing topics, good conversations. You know what I'm saying? Not really much to talk about that's currently going on in the sport of boxing, so I'm gonna leave it up to the panel to pretty much guide the ship and come together with what we're going to be discussing today. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in the building thus far. If y'all can go ahead and hit the like button, let's get the algorithm on the up so that people know that Mazuma TV is live. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to the boy Steer Hook in the building. He says, "Sup, Mazuma? Javante Take David just reactivated his IG. Does this mean something? What you think?" I mean, I don't really think much of it. I guess he's just back on social media. I don't know what that could mean. You know what I'm saying? And then to be honest with you, if Tank ain't announcing a fight date, I really don't care what he got going on. You feel what I'm saying? It seemed like you really invested into Javante, though. You feel me? But shout out to Stereo Hook. Age 86, what up? Chris Maldonado in the building. What up? What's going on, y'all? What's on y'all mind? How y'all feeling? What we talking about, man? What we tapping into today? You know what I mean? Because as a content creator, it's very difficult right now to speak on a subject that people actually care about, man. It seems like a lot of content creators just running in circles, talking about the same topics over and over and over again. And to be honest with you, I'd rather not go live than just, talk in circles all day. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, we just going to let the comment section go ahead and, steer us in whatever direction we going. You feel me? Shout out to everybody, man. We definitely in here for sure. I don't know how long we're going to be on here, but we're going to figure it out. You know what I mean? Let me let the chat know that we live. Oh, no, I already did that. Salute. I already got to get this haircut again. This shit is crazy. Marissa, what's going on, Marissa? Eddie Alvarez from Michigan. Shout out to Eddie Alvarez from Philadelphia, man, former UFC champion. You know what I mean? Go 787, what up? Coffee plant in the building, what up? What's going on? How we feeling? How's the families? I hope everything is well. I can't complain at all. You know what I mean? Regular work day, gym day. Got some good productive work done. You know what I mean? I get my son tomorrow after a whole weekend without him. A weekend and a day without him. So I'm really excited to spend time with him tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit tired, but, that come with the game. Shout out to Vitamin Energy for getting me through that tough gym session that we did today. You feel me? I was feeling down in the dumps, and that Vitamin Energy picked your boy back up. You feel what I mean? And, it's carrying me through this live right now. You feel me? The Stranger, what up? He said, Big Bro Mazuma, man. To be honest with you, I don't even I don't know. Me personally, I never call nobody big bro. For some reason, that's always made me feel uncomfortable or awkward. So I don't even I feel like when you call somebody big bro, that means they above you. I don't know. I always felt like that. So, you know what I mean? Just, you ain't got to call me big bro, man. Just call me bro. I feel like that evening out the playing field. I don't know if that's me overthinking shit or what. Eddie Alvarez says, Boo's giving up them 2 belts. Who getting them? I mean, if he's vacating the IBF and the WBA, we would have to look at the sanctioning bodies, to be honest with you. If Richardson Hitchens was smart, it seemed like Leon Paro putting himself in position to fight for that belt. From what I understand, 2 UK level guys are going to be fighting for the vacant IBF. The WBA, I'm not too sure. I would have to check the rankings to really, if L-Dub boxing in the building, he could probably break it down better than me. He'd be paying attention to them sanctioning bodies. But it's definitely up for grabs. If I'm Richardson Hitchens, I'm going up to 47 to grab that IBF title. Oh, yeah, I completely forgot. Rolly Romero has a WBA regular, so when Boots vacates, Rolly's gonna elevate to the full status champion if he hasn't already. Completely forgot about that. Yeah, he took that shit from Ryan. Got that shit off Ryan. Dickhead. Ryan allergic to world titles. That suck ass nigga. Couldn't even get one off Rolly. They try to give you a layup and you still so fucking clown. Yeah, Donovan. Patty Donovan. I think that's his name. Yeah, I was hearing about that. Yo, I was hearing some shit that supposedly Subriel Matias and Xander Zayas been having issues. Like they got some type of beef going on. Yo, Ghost, you gotta look into that, brother. You speak Spanish, right? I heard that my dad was telling me some shit that Subriel Matias and Xander Zayas had a falling out. Supposedly Xander Zayas talking about he the face of Puerto Rico now that he a world champion. And they had asked Subriel, who's like the face of Puerto Rico right now. And Subriel said, I think it's Oscar Collazo. And supposedly Xander felt a way about it. And that he declined to do some type of event because the person that ran the event was friends with Subriel or some crazy shit like that. If that's the case, I hope Xander not no motherfucking diva, bro, because that's going to really throw me the fuck off. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like that diva energy and all that. I mean, I hope Xander not over here acting like his shit don't stink now because he got a world title. It's cool when you flexing on niggas like Virgil Ortiz, but when you fronting, but when he fronting acting like motherfuckers got to kiss his ass, he the face of Puerto Rico, bro. You not the face of Puerto Rico, bro. You know what I mean? Like you could possibly be that, but you not it right now, bro. You just got your first world title. You ain't even have a title defense yet. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, even though Subriel lost, he's proven himself more than you. He's faced better competition. You know what I mean? He won multiple world titles. You have yet to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I hope that's not true. Because for real, Oscar Collazo, yeah, he representing Puerto Rico really well. And even though he's in a smaller weight class, with less recognizable names than the Xander Zayas division, he's still representing Puerto Rico better than you because he's had multiple title defenses and, you know, has been doing this thing. So I hope that's not it. Yeah, Ralph, I hope he's not another Cotto neither, man, because I know a lot of people liked Cotto. A lot of people like Cotto, but Cotto was never like a man of the people. He was actually pretty shitty to people, declining photos and autographs and never wanting to interact with the fans. I heard of Miguel Cotto declining to give somebody an autograph that was disabled at a gas station. You feel me? I heard those type of stories about Cotto. So I hope Xander don't go down that route, bro, because that'll really be a bad joint. And I don't give a fuck if you from Puerto Rico or not. If you a diva or you want some like weird shit like that'll be an easy way for me to not support you. You gotta carry yourself in a certain way, man. Go787 says, I don't know. I think it's deeper because Matias was invited to the Bad Bunny concert with all the champs, and he also said that you need to know where you hang at. And not to, I think it's something deeper that they know. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of question why Subriel wasn't on that stage neither. But for Xander Zayas and Subriel to have problems, that's super weird. Y'all niggas not going to fight each other. Y'all nowhere near each other. It's like, what's the issue? Tia said it was a misunderstanding in another interview that was taken out of context. I just don't get if maybe it was taken out of context. I don't know. But all I know is if Subriel saying Oscar Collazo is the face of Puerto Rico right now and Xander got a problem with it, it's like, why you got a problem with another man's opinion? Why that bother you so much? Which one niggas to kiss your ass? I'm confused. Like, what you think is unanimous that like you the man of Puerto Rico? You're not. Like I said, like even though Subriel got losses, he still proved himself. You haven't fought nobody on the Albert Puello level, to be honest with you. So, like, what the fuck? What is we even talking about? You got a vacant title. Subriel took the belt off one of the champions. So regardless of how the way, you know what I mean, we may look at Xander as like a better talent than Subriel. I don't know. But one thing I do know is at this point in time, Subriel is more battle tested and has shown us more in the ring than Xander has. You believe Subriel is the face, though? He might. I mean, that's an opinion. That's something that you could back up. But Oscar Collazo got a case too because he been grinding and he been making a name for himself in the weight classes. He's like a legitimate threat and he's putting on great performances. I just don't understand how Subriel's opinion could disturb Xander Zayas so much. That's weird. It's almost like, I mean, I don't know all the details. I could be wrong. But I hope it's not like Xander feeling like niggas got to kiss his ass now. I hope he don't, get that belt and think he's something. I mean, he starts showing his true colors and start coming off like a fucking prick or something. Because if that's the case, bro, I don't know. Good day. Shout out to Jimmy White. He says, good day. What do you think? Let me see. The future holds for James Harrison. Ain't that like an NFL player or some shit? He started strong. His last bout got weak towards the end. Tony Harrison. You said James Harrison. I thought James Harrison was like an NFL player or something. Tony Harrison. I think, no disrespect to Tony Harrison because I fuck with Tony Harrison, especially during that whole Jamel Charlo situation. I was actually rooting for him because y'all know I can't stand them Charlo brothers. But regardless, Tony Harrison is a good talent. You know what I mean? He got some sneaky power, good boxing ability. You know what I mean? He a dog and all that. But I think Tony Harrison's kryptonite throughout the entire course of his career is his gas tank. You know what I mean? Like I've seen him be able to compete well in fights. You know what I mean? And he also loses focus and he doesn't take the best shot neither. I watched that fight with Jarrett Hurd that he had, and he was boxing really well until he ran out of gas, and Jarrett Hurd finished him with a slip counter. You know what I mean? And, he beat Jamel Charlo the first time, but the second time around, he was holding his own, but then, he got caught being reckless. He was being irresponsible, got caught with a shot. He didn't attempt to tie Jamel up whatsoever. He ended up getting stopped. He was upset about that. Then in the Tim Tszyu fight, he looked like he had no legs underneath him whatsoever. So I don't know if that was, a bad weight cut, undertrained, overtrained. I don't know what it was, but Tony Harrison, it's either a discipline issue with Tony Harrison or it got to be a discipline issue because he's either not cutting weight the right way, which it could be a discipline issue, or he don't train hard enough to really have that conditioning that he needs to fight in a championship level. I don't know. But I don't think I think his best days are behind him, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion, and I don't see him winning a world title at all. But one good thing you could say about Tony Harrison is that he's won a world title against a formidable opponent. You know what I mean? Who was really and still is the man of the division, which is 154 pounds. Because since Jamel Charlo eventually lost to Tony Harrison, he pretty much been dominating the division. He dominated the division after that. And, he's been inactive since the Canelo Alvarez loss, but he's looking to make his name for himself again. The stranger says, since Tank and Roach ain't happening, shouldn't Shakur take the spot? That would be a good choice. Yeah, I agree with you, stranger. I mean, if it is a situation where, Tank and Roach really not fighting and Roach ain't going to wait, which he shouldn't, to be honest with you. I don't think any fighter should wait to start their career out over anybody, especially if they're not worried about fighting right now. Shakur versus Lamont Roach would be the next best option. I would still favor the rematch, but if Tank is unavailable whatsoever, or he's just, dragging his feet around, in terms of taking his time, making the fight happen, then, Shakur Stevenson should step up. Shakur needs all the big recognizable names that he could get, to get his popularity up the totem pole. You feel me? So Lamont Roach versus Shakur Stevenson, that's a great fight. I don't think Lamont Roach has the skills necessary to defeat Shakur, but nonetheless, Lamont Roach does have skills. He is a dog. He always comes in great shape. He got sneaky power. You know what I mean? So maybe he could present Shakur with some problems. And Lamont Roach got a lot of heart, so he not turning down no phase neither. So that would be a great fight to see if Tank isn't available. I would prioritize the rematch, to be honest with you. But if that's not something that could happen as soon as possible, then, Shakur versus Lamont Roach will be the next best option. Go787 say, yo, Mazuma, if you ever get a Spanish interview, I could definitely translate for you, brother, if I'm not at work. I appreciate that because I was actually looking for somebody that could do translations for me. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I'm going to definitely tap in with you. I got your social media, too. As a matter of fact, follow my main Instagram page. Because I think the page that you follow, I don't really be on all like that, man. Follow my personal Instagram page, mark.mazuma, mark.mazuma. Follow me on there if you haven't already. And if you do follow me, DM me so I can follow you back, bro. Jimmy White said, do you believe the Moses Itauma hype? He looks like the goods, bro. I went back and watched the fight actually today with Dillian White. It wasn't a long fight at all. Smoochie, what up? What's going on, Smoochie? Wasn't a long clip at all, but Ring Magazine actually had uploaded the video. And what's really surprised me about the video that I watched was that even though the fight was a minute and a half, Moses Itauma showed me some great things in the ring, man. For one, I like the L steps that he was doing to avoid being on the ropes. You know what I mean? I like the little subtle footwork that he was doing. You know what I mean? You don't really see too many heavyweights showing educated feet like that. You know what I mean? A lot of these heavyweights' feet be stuck in the mud. They be going straight back, off balance. Moses Itauma looked calm, sharp, relaxed. You know what I mean? He was in control from the very beginning. I like the little subtle level changes that he was doing. Oh my God, bro. He shot a feint at Dillian White that completely froze him. He shelled up. He got Dillian White's respect right away to the point where he was stabbing him with left hands to the body, and that was definitely disturbing Dillian White off the rip. And Moses Itauma shot a feint, and I swear to God, Dillian White just straight shelled up, fell off balance. I'm like, bro, off a feint? That's crazy. That's like when Allen Iverson used to do like that jab step and niggas will fall and shit. I'm like, damn, you falling off a motherfucking jab step, cuz? Like you that scary on defense? Like that was what that shit had reminded me of. You know what I mean? And Moses Itauma has great finishing ability from what I saw, along with great awareness in terms of knowing when his opponent is hurt, because there are inexperienced fighters that have hurt guys, but because that guy had a good poker face, the inexperienced guy wasn't able to pick up on it. You know what I mean? So Moses Itauma showed that, he's very aware of when he has a fighter hurt, and he takes the steps, and he has the ability necessary to finish somebody when they hurt. You know what I mean? Great punch selection. That was like in that small amount of time, I was able to pick up that many things about him. So, Dillian White, he's definitely on the decline, but he was a sturdy vet, to be honest with you, that faced a lot of people, faced Anthony Joshua, faced Tyson Fury, faced Povetkin, Alexander Povetkin, by the way, who was a top contender, drug cheat, just like Dillian White, but was a top contender in the WBC at one point in time. For Derek Chisora, you know what I'm saying? Like he really done been around the block. You follow the other Instagram? All right, bet. I'm gonna follow you back right now. But yeah, that was a good fight to get underneath Moses Itauma's belt. I think the main objective with Moses Itauma now is to actually get him rounds. You know what I mean? Get him in there with guys who, gonna be durable enough to get him some, rounds. The more rounds that this guy gets, the more polished he'll become and more dangerous he'll be, in the near future when, he's possibly contending for a world title and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it was a short clip. The announcement, the ring introductions was longer than the fight, to be honest with you. But he showed me a lot of things, bro. I like how he was probing with his lead hand and was, pretty much throwing off Dillian White's defense. You know what I mean? Because he was doing little stuff like that. He would change the level, come back up, And he had did it like off of the rip, like from the very beginning of the belt. And Dillian White right away, without Moses Itauma really doing much, Dillian White was automatically not on survival mode, but just weary of what Moses Itauma was going to do. And he has really good hand speed as well. So Moses Itauma is really, he's I ain't gonna lie, I do believe in the Moses Itauma hype, but we got to pump the brakes on him a little bit, man. It seemed like Turkey Al-Sheikh getting a little bit too excited on some weird shit, trying to rush him into fights that he shouldn't even be taking at this point. Like I said yesterday, Moses Itauma team saying that they was pretty much looking down the Jermaine Franklin route. Turkey Al-Sheikh talking about having him fight Usyk. It's like, bro, Usyk about to retire, so that would mean that you would want to see the fight happen, as soon as possible. Moses Itauma shouldn't be in those type of fights right now. You know what I mean? Turkey Al-Sheikh actually sat the fuck down and understood how the way the sport worked, and he will understand that, part of, creating a world champion is getting them the right fights at the right time. Timing is a big thing in the sport of boxing, and it could really make or break a fighter. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's my overall thoughts on Moses Itauma. I just off the little shit that I've seen in that one fight alone, very impressive. The fact that he's 20 years old and he's performing how the way he is scary, to be honest with you. I'm bought in, man. I'm all in on Moses Itauma. I believe in that kid, seriously. That hand speed had Dillian lost. Yeah, it was a little bit of everything. I'm telling you, it was the punch placement. You know what I mean? It was the punch placement, the hand speed, the feints. It was a little bit of everything, bro. Turkey see money. Well, according to Turkey, he don't care about the money because he claims that he loses money every fight. You know what I'm saying? So, and I heard him say that out of his own mouth. You know what I mean? He said that he loses money on these fights, but he don't care. You know what I mean? Because he really loves the sport of boxing, and you know what I mean. He wants to make the biggest fights possible. Blah blah. I think he's full of shit. I think he wants to make the fights that he feels is worth watching, not what the fans feel like is worth watching. You know what I mean? I think he got a little bit of a selfish approach, but I digress. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to the 6 people in the building. You know what I mean? We losing viewers, man. Damn. I don't know, man. That's what we're going to have to do in order to keep, the content flowing. You feel me? Yeah, be consistent, even when there ain't shit really going on. You feel me? Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. If you haven't hit the like, go ahead and hit the like already. Let me see where the likes is at. Motherfuckers be stingy with the likes nowadays, man. Shout out to the 14 likes. Yes, sir. But yeah, man. It's crazy how, like, at this point in time right now, Mazuma, have you rewatched Ortiz Bohachuk? No, I have not. You know what I mean? I didn't really feel like that was a fight that I had to really go back and watch. I did thought it was close. I did think it was competitive. I did think it was an action-packed fight. But, yeah, I think I recollect a lot of what happened in that fight. You know what I mean? I think Ortiz made it harder than what it needed to be because there was times where Virgil was actually, on his toes and boxing Bohachuk. And when he decided to take that approach, Bohachuk had a hard time, getting his offense off. And then I even seen a moment where Virgil was boxing. He wasn't even loading up on his punches, and he actually hurt Bohachuk. So I'm like, damn, like, why didn't you just stick with that game plan right there and just cruise to an easy decision or probably a knockout by hitting him with some shit that he don't see? But, Virgil, he one of them guys. He liked to fight. You know what I mean? He got that warrior spirit. He got that warrior's mentality. So, you know what I mean? He wanna do some damage. He wanna hurt somebody. You know what I mean? He got the type style where he don't mind putting you in the hospital. And I think that he more in love with that style. He may find, boxing on your toes and being, outsmarting your opponent. He may look at that as something that's not really entertaining to him, something that doesn't really excite him. It may come across as boring. So he doesn't really want to tap into that mindset because, you know what I mean? It won't feel like it's fun for him, I guess. There's some fighters that's like that. Like I remember Ryan Garcia saying, yeah, man, I just got bored in there. So I was like, fuck it. And I just let my hands go. I said, bro, that is the most low IQ, undisciplined mentality that I think I've ever heard out loud in boxing. Because I'm the type motherfucker, bro. I'm so competitive. Me personally, like, let's say we playing basketball. My mid-range not hitting. My threes not hitting. You know what I mean? But if I peep that my post move, like my scoring in the post is working, bro, I'm gonna, even if I don't find that to be the most entertaining way to play, I'm gonna keep using that shit until I reach my end goal, the win. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me personally. If I gotta make it boring in order to get the W, it is what it is. And one of my favorite sayings from one of my mentors, Coach Sharon Baker, is that I would rather take an ugly win than a pretty loss. And I understood what that meant, totally. Like a pretty, what's a pretty loss? When can a loss ever be pretty? What she means by that is like, trying to entertain the fans, or, you know what I mean, doing like little flashy stuff, or trying to be outside the box with your approach and then still coming up short. You feel what I mean? So yeah, that might have been entertaining. Yeah, this might have got you some fans or whatever, but you still lost. So you back to square one. You feel me? So I would take an ugly loss. I mean, I would rather take an ugly win where, you feel what I mean? That's why I wasn't really mad at Devin Haney when he took the approach that he took with Jose Ramirez. Yeah, he could have done more. Yeah, he could have really punished him, but he saw that it was easy work just taking that approach, and he was in shape to do it. So the fuck, it's up to Jose Ramirez and whether he could stop Devin Haney or not. If he can't stop it, then I mean, that's his fault at the end of the day. And I don't mean to bring up old shit, but that's just the reality of the situation. If I got millions of dollars on the line and I peep that there's a very easy way to win, and I don't got to take no punishment in the course of doing so, I'm trying to make it home to my son. I don't want my son looking at me wondering why I got cuts and black eyes and bruises, and I'm having trouble getting out of bed. I don't want my son to see me that way. So if I see there's an easy way, there's an easy approach to this, and I could walk away unscathed with a win, and I could be able to enjoy my money shortly after the fact, you better believe I'm going to do that shit. And that's just being smart. Boxing ain't a tough man's game. A lot of people make it seem like it is, and it ain't. You know what I mean? Them tough guys, man, they the ones who unfortunately pass away in the ring. These tough guys is the one that ends up with Parkinson's and dementia. No disrespect to Muhammad Ali. But, these guys that, they embrace the rope-a-dope. They embrace that. And I heard Floyd Mayweather, even though he be hating on Ali and shit, he said, we shouldn't be praising like the rope-a-dope. Like, there's nothing cool about taking punishment. And I agree with him 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when I had gotten into a situation on some street shit. You feel what I mean? Where, I had gotten into a fight at a ball court or whatever. And I had the guy who, I had fought father come to the park. And he said, tough niggas like you die really young. And I think that type of shit really applies in the sport of boxing. I think these tough guys, they the ones who end up suffering at the end of the day. No disrespect to the legends, but let's take a look at Evander Holyfield. It looked like he put his heart above his brain when he was in the boxing ring. You know what I mean? He pretty much played the tough guy approach in the ring, took a whole lot of punishment. Look how the way he's living today. You know what I mean? It don't look like he's doing too good from a health standpoint. Tommy Hearns, he took a lot of punishment. Been in some tough fights. Look how the way he's looking. It's not looking too good, man. You feel what I'm saying? So the tough guy approach in boxing, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And only people that really came up in the sport, and I think with a really humble motherfuckers, bro, is just meeting some of these legends, bro. Meeting some of these legends that we grew up watching on TV, or people that we watched on YouTube and stuff like that. Guys that we studied when, we became boxing enthusiasts. I feel like that'll be a really humbling experience for y'all to see. And then y'all could be like, oh, I see why these guys be boxing and moving, because You know what I mean? These motherfuckers really they brain is totally destroyed just to entertain fans who don't give a single fuck about you. Ali was exactly who I was gonna say. He took so much punishment. Yeah. People praise the rope-a-dope. Oh, it's one of the most brilliant game plans ever. Yeah, going up against one of the hardest punchers in boxing history. And even though he was able to get the W, that took something away from Ali. Let's just keep it 1,000. Let's just keep it 1,000, man. And they were saying that Muhammad Ali, that may have been genetics, and bro, regardless of whether it was genetics or not, I think we could all agree. Let's say the Parkinson's shit was genetics, something hereditary. I think it's safe to say that boxing may have aggravated it, made it worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Wilfred Benitez, man, youngest world champion in boxing history. Look, he in a nursing home in Chicago right now. Can't even sign an autograph. Look at Gerald McClellan, G-Man, scary, ferocious fighter. You know what I mean? Had too many tough, wars in the gym, and being all macho man in the ring. He could barely see, he could barely hear, and his sister takes care of him to this day. And he has trouble getting out sentences. James Toney, he was this big bad. I mean, he had good defense, but he also took a lot of shots too. Playing too macho with dudes in the ring from middleweight all the way to heavyweight. And look how, we got to really concentrate to understand what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know how I went on this long tangent, but, I really genuinely feel like boxing, the smart, the most intelligent seem to be the ones that rise to the top and leave with all their faculties, or people who put their intelligence first before their heart. Like I said, me being the competitor that I am and understanding that self-preservation is the law of the land, right? Preserving yourself. In a boxing ring, you know what I mean? I would rather deal with the criticism of being called a boring fighter rather than taking punishment in a fight, not remembering a fight on some Jin Sasaki shit, having strong migraines and, possibly getting a brain hemorrhage, bro. Y'all could have that. Y'all could call me whatever the fuck y'all want. Y'all could have that, bro. You feel me? But shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Damn, we losing viewers like a motherfucker, bro. God damn. To fans who don't give a single fuck. Yeah, they fuck with you for the moment. They fuck with you for the moment. Oh, yeah, you the man, all that shit. Then they be like, damn, what happened to this dude? They talk about you whenever the topic's, relevant. And they go about they go about their day and they forget about you after the fact. So why even take the time? I don't know. That should say 0. I don't know. Cause I see a few people in the chat. I don't know. YouTube be tripping sometimes. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But it is what it is. Maybe I'll just change the. Watch this. Hold on. Let me see. Watch this. I'm gonna change the title, y'all. Watch this. I want y'all to see the difference right here. This is what's gonna get them, y'all. This is the importance. This is the importance of a good title on the video. Let me see. Watch this. All right, we good. Now watch that shit. Mastermind, what up? Teach, what up? Go 787 said Mazuma. I saw an interview about Xander earlier, and he technically said that money he don't care. Virgil gets the bigger cut. He's not willing to negotiate. He gets the bigger cut. All he's not willing to negotiate is the venue because he was prompt. Yeah, bro. I already knew that though. Like Xander didn't have to come out and tell me that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, that was something that Puerto Rico date, that first title defense being in Puerto Rico was something that was promised at the very beginning of his career. And he wants to follow through with what he was promised. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like I said, if anybody's making it hard in this situation is Golden Boy, Virgil Ortiz, and them. You know why? Because they trying to call all the shots as if they the fucking champions. You feel me? The reality is they're not the champions. Even if they beat better competition than Xander, he didn't get to where Xander was thus far in his career. And that's becoming a world champion. The WBC interim champion is not a legit world title. That's a secondary belt. We don't count that. So if that's the case, Golden Boy about to fuck up this opportunity for Virgil. And Virgil don't got nobody to blame but himself. You know what I mean? He be talking about how he's hands off with the business and he's letting these motherfuckers steer his ship. Pause. He's letting people control where he goes in his career. Virgil need to man the fuck up. He need to act like he the fucking boss for once in his career and be like, yo, take the fucking fight. Put pressure on Oscar De La Hoya and them so they ain't got no other choice but to take the fight. You should not be worried about no venues, brother. If you genuinely believe in yourself, you need to go over to Puerto Rico and upset Xander Zayas in front of the people if you're capable of doing so. What the fuck? And it's like, Virgil, if you were to lose to Xander Zayas somehow, like at least you took the chance and you fought for a world title, and that situation might make you better. There's a possibility you might be Xander as well. Roll the fucking dice. Why bother you so much that Xander want to fight in Puerto Rico? You ain't nobody to tell this nigga where he can't fight. You ain't no champion. Did you enjoy the movie series Creed? I actually had an audition for Creed. I auditioned for Creed, and I got past the first stage, and then I didn't go to the second one. Why? I don't know. But I did watch the first Creed. I think I watched the second one as well. It was a good John. I don't know if I watched the third one though. But the first one I definitely found entertaining. Smoochie said, why is there a Eubank Ben 2 happening? Is there a need? Because it's a shit ton of money on the line over there. You know what I mean? And they like them UK level type fights that could get them UK fans on board, and you know what I mean? They're gonna be selling a shit ton of tickets. It just makes all the financial sense in the world. And considering how exciting the first fight was, why not run it back? I mean, they might do crazier numbers this time, especially if they're able to get Eubank Sr. involved in the promotion from the beginning to the end. You know what I mean? And have Nigel Benn and all that in the mix. That'll be a dope UK level fight. It's a lot of money. Why wouldn't they do it? Art Man, what up? Let me see. Go 787 said he also said that he's agreed to everything the last time they were supposed to fight because he wasn't in position to negotiate, but now he's the champ, so he decides the venue. That sounds very logical to me. I'm not defending nobody. It just sounds very logical to me. Yeah. When I was coming up, I understood I didn't have room to negotiate, so I just took whatever terms they sent my way. But now I'm the champion. And I want to fight in this venue. Y'all at least should give me that. The fuck? I ain't hear Earl Spence complain about going to the UK. He just went. Virgil, you got to take the same chance, dog. Do what your fellow Dallas brother did. Go take the chance. If you come up short, y'all go back to the drawing board and get yourself back in title contention. But if you win, now you got a world title around your waist, and they cannot ignore you. It's simple. Art Man, what's going on? Southwest Dice, what up? Ralph said, "You being Junior better than me. I would not have no clause in the rematch. Ben would have to go up to 68 to fight me." Yeah, that's the thing about Eddie Hearn, man. He keep a fucking he keep a rematch clause on him, bro. That's like if you want to fight any of his top names in his stable, you gotta sign a rematch clause. Like, bro, every time Anthony Joshua done lost a fucking fight, you already know a rematch clause is on the way. A one-way rematch clause at that. You know what I mean? With the Andy Ruiz situation, had to do the rematch. Usyk had to do the rematch. I believe Daniel Dubois and them had a rematch clause for the Anthony Joshua fight, but I think Anthony Joshua decided not to follow through with it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, L-Dub, I'm glad you came in the building, brother. Let me ask you this. You could come on if you wish, but if you want to stay in the chat, that's cool too. I had somebody ask a question about the IBF and the WBA, considering the fact that Boots is moving up. I think Patty Donovan is going to be fighting. I forgot who it was. So I think it's that way. Rolly Romero, who do you see Rolly Romero fighting? Especially if he gets elevated to the WBA champion. Do you think he fights Giasov or what? Let me know, brother. Katie Taylor too? Yeah. Crocker. Okay. Well, I got L-Dub. Who you think Rolly gonna fight next? Rolly might fuck around and get that Pacquiao fight, boy. Jesus Christ. Or Barrios. Yeah, you called it, brother. I said the same shit. He said Donovan versus Crocker 2 for the vacant IBF. I think Rolly will fight either Barrios or Pacquiao next. Yeah, L-Dub definitely been snapping lately. I fuck with him. He one of the very few pages I go to on Twitter whenever I'm trying to like find some content to speak on. He be on it. When I spoke to Rolly, he said that I said, "Yo, bro, they talking about this Ryan rematch. What's up with that?" He said, "That's an option." And I said, "What's your other options?" He said, "Pacquiao or Barrios." He told me that. You know what I mean? So look like he got 3 people on the table. And like I said, bro, Rolly may very well become the man of the division, bro. He might unify. Bro. I just don't see Pacquiao taking a clean shot from Rolly at this point. I don't. Rolly fast enough to catch Pacquiao, bro. And Barrios, that motherfucker get hit with everything. And if he gas out against Rolly in the mid rounds, it's gonna be a bad jump. It's gonna be a bad jump. I'm telling you. Rolly is explosive. He got that speed and he got some thud and power, bro. Pacquiao ain't got that in and out movement. That's how weak 47 is. Yeah. And Liam Paro looked like he putting himself in position to fight the winner of Donovan and Crocker. He moved right up there. He knew that he couldn't get that IBF back at 140, so he said, "Man, fuck it. 147 looking weak as hell. Let me try to beat these motherfuckers to a world title at 47, so I could guarantee myself another payday." I'm about to watch that Pacquiao fight tonight, actually. Bro, that was a very frustrating fight. Not because of Pacquiao. He did what he needed to do. It was really Barrios, to be honest with you, bro. Like, I seen so many opportunities that Barrios had that, bro, and even when Barrios was letting his hands go, he was hitting Pacquiao, but it was like so respectful. Bro, so respectful. And his fucking coach was like, "Yo, stop touching gloves with this nigga. Why stop showing you so much respect?" What the fuck Barrios do? Every round, touch gloves. Like, what's wrong with you, bro? Listen to your fucking coach. Bro, I cannot stand a polite ass nigga, bro. I really can't. Not in this boxing shit. Now, if you polite after the fact, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I got a problem with one of my fighters right now. He way too polite in the ring. Way too polite. And I'm so firm on that type shit, bro. Like, it make me like not even want to continue training the motherfucker no more. Like, why is you being so nice, bro? Be nice after the fact. Whatever, you come out victorious. You come up short. You show sportsmanship after the fact. There ain't no love in that ring, bro. Because these niggas trying to embarrass you. They trying to put you on a highlight reel. They trying hurt you. So why is you being so nice? I ain't gonna lie, like I was really pushing for Barrios to win. I'm like, yeah, he could do it, bro. Pacquiao 46. Yeah, man. Barrios has got to let his hands go. Easier said than fucking done, bro. Bethaniel, what up? He said, way too much respect from Barrios. By the way, sidebar, you see how the way the viewers went up once I fucking changed the title? Crazy. Anyways, he said, way too much respect from Barrios. He should be in killer mode, not buddy mode. That's what I'm saying. And it's like, bro, like, I understand Pacquiao a legend. Maybe you grew up idolizing the motherfucker, but it is what it is. He fooled. Title didn't change. I see a change right here, bro. Refresh the page. It changed for me. Oh shit! Then it looked different on my screen. Hold on. I swear it changed. Oh, wow. I guess it didn't. It's different on mine, though. Anyways. Bro, he definitely brought Pacquiao back in the mix. That's the crazy part. I would never understand that. That nigga Pacquiao feel like he got it right now, bro. Barrios got Manny feeling like he one of the ones right now, bro. He even got fans like, bro, you seen Pacquiao, bro? Yo, Pacquiao turned back the clock. Shit. Slime, what's going on, brother? Slime El Tortador. What up, brother? Pacquiao still think he the man. Yeah, bro, I know they was gassing his head up. Bro, you got a draw against Barrios. You still got it. We thought you won. Shit, I thought he won. God damn. We all got to thank Barrios for letting this old nigga get away. And you know, Pacquiao gonna hold up the division again. He gonna skip the line again, get an opportunity over guys who've been grinding to get in that position. Bro, Pacquiao gonna continue to hold up the line because of Barrios's bum ass actions. And I ain't hear from the nigga. I ain't hear from Barrios ever since the fight, and I'm glad. He need to go sit his ass down somewhere. On some real shit, he just need to go ahead and retire. Get the fuck up out of here. Get him up out of here. Yo, Barrios need to retire, bro. You fighting like that? Jesus Christ. Matias would stop Barrios. I genuinely believe if Matias went up to 47 and fought Barrios, he would brutalize him. That's a terrible fight for Barrios. He will get stopped. How much would y'all be willing to bet on that? Matias is the wrong style for Barrios. He will brutalize him. Barrios play that respectful shit with Matias, bro. Matias gonna walk him down and beat his ass. See, niggas need to have mentalities like Matias. Because I guarantee you, if Pacquiao got in the ring with Matias gonna try to beat Pacquiao like that's his stepchild. Give a fuck, and he probably loved Pacquiao. Probably grew up idolizing the man. But I bet you if Matias got in there with him, that shit gonna look like your your childhood dog getting hit by a motherfucking Amtrak. But that's the mentality you need to have, bro. I'm not saying everybody should be a brawler, but your mindset should be kill or be killed. Even Floyd had the mentality as cautious and calculated as he fought. He said, fuck it, it's going to be what it's going to be. That's the type of time you need to be on. Matias said that's his idol. Yeah, I'm sure Pacquiao's a lot of people's idol, bro. He's iconic. But I bet you Matias won't be looking at Pacquiao like his idol if they rumble. I bet you. I'm willing to bet whatever on that. Just a difference in mentality. Barrios need to change that Azteca name to Basura. They need to call that nigga Azteca. Nigga his cheeks, nigga. Fucking dookie. ASS Teca. Pretty boy was different. That's a fact. Pretty boy liked to whoop ass. Bethaniel says, having 2 back-to-back draws is crazy. Barrios need to change something. Bro, he need to change his career. He need to go ahead and sell cat food at Petco with some shit. Nigga, this boxing shit ain't for him no more. Back-to-back draws. One was against Abel Ramos. Another one was a 46 to 47-year-old Manny Pacquiao coming off a 4-year layoff in a loss and an ass whooping in an exhibition, nigga. Barrios need to show me where the cat food at. I'm like, yo, I need to get some cat food for my fat ass cat Simba. Oh, right here in aisle 4, sir. I'm like, thank Azteca and get the fuck up out of there. He need to go ahead and show me where the motherfucking cat toys at for my dog Blackie. You feel me? Motherfucker shouldn't even be in no goddamn boxing ring. I wouldn't even trust Barrios to coach my kids' classes because he might turn my kids in the gym all the pussies. He gonna have them niggas playing patty cake. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, nigga? You niggas supposed to be doing defense drills, nigga. Get the fuck up out of here, bro. Get this soft ass nigga the fuck out my gym. Nigga, the fucking Care Bear out here, dog. That nigga a certified muffin. Pack him the fuck up. I hope Rolly fight Barrios. I hope he do. Rolly, please, if you watching right now, brother, because you be tuning in here and there, please do what you gotta do to get that Barrios fight, bro. I'm sick, bro. I would rather deal with Rolly being unified champ than see another fucking fight of Mario Barrios in there, bro. I don't want to see this nigga get another opportunity. He need to go sit his ass down somewhere. You over here having kids with Brandon and Omar Figueroa, fine ass sister. You know what I mean? You getting some pussy and all of a sudden you don't know how to fight no more. Bitch done took all the dog up out you. If that's the case, go be a family man somewhere. Nigga, you done made some money. You fought Tank. You fought Thurman. You fucking fought Ugas. You won a world title. You got a couple paydays. You fought Pacquiao. Go sit your ass down somewhere, nigga. Go play with your girl hair. Fuck wrong with you, nigga? That should be pissing me off. Like, bro, there's niggas that's dying to be in your shoes and you out here acting like this. Got Abel Ramos putting you on your back pockets, nigga, in front of your bitch. You got this nigga Pacquiao smacking his gloves together, hitting you with 4 or 5 pieces while your bitch watching. What she think of you, nigga? You her baby daddy? You out here getting fried by a 50-year-old? Oh, hell no. Barrios the type nigga get his ass whooped in front of his girl. He one of them. Rolly, Rolly bougie, bro. He not the type nigga. He not like a Brian Norman where you could call the nigga and he answer. He the type nigga like, oh man, let's try another let's do another time. He be getting them Crackers interviews though. You said read my last comment. My fault, bro. I'm seeing that this shit flowing through. Barrios gotta get his CDL. That CDL shit might be a little bit too masculine for him. Anonymous. I think that Barrios need to like start grooming like dogs and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know how they be like, you know how like them little poodles and shit, them Yorkies, they be like snipping around them and the tail be all puffy and they be all nice and groomed. You feel me? Like Barrios need to start doing that. That nigga need to own a dog spa. Get that nigga a dog spa. This is Azteca Grooming. I was a former world champion and now I groom dogs because I'm too bitch to throw a punch. When I realized I couldn't hit an old man, I decided I'm just going to groom dogs and show you I'm a warrior in a different way. Hoe ass nigga. Barrios need his HVAC Jones. I think that's a little bit too manly for him, bro. I think that he need to see like you talking about like HVAC, gutter cleaning, pressure washing, like that's real men shit. You feel me? Like he need to go ahead and do what's that shit called? He need to do what's that shit called, man? That nigga need to go instruct like a Pilates class or something. Like he the type, like he need to instruct Pilates with like single mothers and shit. That's what he need to do. What? Yo, Slime, that's almost a timeout right there. You said what, Wax? You gotta relax. You out here swinging. Pause. Go 787. Wait. I was supposed to read your last comment, bro. Hold up. My fault. I'm getting caught up. Where you at? You said Mazuma. How do you feel they feeding Pitbull to Matias after Smith? Damn, so what happened with Pacquiao? What happened with Pacquiao? Wasn't he supposed to fight Matias after Dalton? Bro, this shit confusing, bro. I don't fucking know, but I'll tell you what. That's a good fight. Stylistically, that's a great fight. And we're going to see exactly how much Pitbull that nigga got in him because Matias might be the one to pull that nigga Eastside Cruz card because we seen Eastside Cruz can't deal with a fucking boxer. You know what I mean? Pitbull cannot deal with a boxer, but can he deal with somebody who just as tough as him, put pressure just like him, and may possibly put him on the back foot? I'm telling you right now, if Matias is strong enough to put this nigga on the back foot, Eastside Cruz is in trouble. He like to rip all them body shots, and when Matias start placing them body shots on Eastside Cruz, we're gonna see exactly how he built. He gonna run his back down. He gonna run his ass right back down to 35. I'm telling you. Matias done been in the ring with punchers, bro. Matias done been through real wars and shit. Eastside Cruz used to niggas, moving away from him. He ain't ever been there with somebody who gonna press him. It's gonna be a bad John. I'm telling you, Eastside gonna fuck around and embarrass himself. All that macho shit, that Subriel gonna bring the bitch up out of him. Watch. I got Matias all the way in that John. Let me see. Go 787 said they basically said he got to wait because the WBC president said that rematch clause technically was in between the fighters, not with them. I don't know. That seemed like a messy situation. Fierro had Isak dancing. Shit. Isak was giving that. Fierro was giving that nigga work. That nigga don't put the pressure that Matias put. His work rate ain't like Matias. He not punching like Matias, bro. He don't go to the body like Matias. Bro, I'm telling you, this gonna be a bad joint. Isak was low-key salty that Fierro was stepping to him like that. Because Isak a fucking bully, bro. That little fat head midget motherfucker, he's a bully. He don't like when niggas dish out with he like to shoot at niggas. He don't like when niggas shoot back. He take pride in motherfuckers boxing him and moving away from him. Matias not gonna do that. Matias ain't got a boxing bone in his body. That nigga is a crash out. I'm telling you. Oh my God, I hope they make that fight. Now if Isak beat him, Isak a bad motherfucker. If Isak beat Matias, that's a bad motherfucker. But I don't see Isak taking that punishment that he be dishing out. I really don't. I really don't. I swear to God, I don't. If Matias successfully pushes Isak back, bro, Isak is in trouble because Isak, he's so accustomed to coming forward. I know for a fact he can't fight going backwards. Matias put this nigga on the ropes. Oh my God. He fuck around, get stopped. He not gonna know what to do. He gonna be lost in there. Schofield, what about him? Isak low-key too small for Matias. I'm telling you. He be thinking he could walk everybody down. That shit not gonna work with Matias. He gonna have to really knock Matias out. I don't see that happening. What the fuck? Like, Isak, how the fuck he just be? I don't be understanding these rankings, bro. I don't be getting it. Matias do got a chin. We're gonna see if Isak got one though. Well, I remember Ryo had him shook a little bit, hit that nigga with an uppercut, took that nigga off his feet for a little bit. I remember that. Uppercut had that nigga airborne for like a second. Bro, Isak Cruz is like 5'3", bro. That nigga's smaller than Tank. You don't remember that shit? Bro, look at Tank and Pitbull face off. Tank got like a whole head above Isak. And Tank a small nigga. Tank like 5'4", 5'5". You would be sick if Pitbull downloaded a little check hook. Man, that nigga footwork ain't even set up like that. For you to do a check hook, you gotta pivot as you hooking. Man, Isak's skills not even built like that. That nigga won't even punch unless his feet set. He not punching off no pivot. Hey, bro, where my wrench, cuz? You ain't getting that, cuz. You don't be around all like that, bro. I be seeing you, but you don't be there. You don't be here all like that. Bro, Matias drop Cruz, bro. That might bring the bitch up out of Isak. I'm telling you. Tank ain't never been taller than anybody in his fucking life until he met Isak Cruz. I'm telling you, he couldn't believe it. Tank was like, what the fuck? I've been punching up my whole career, now I gotta punch down. Tank look uncomfortable as shit. Like, damn, how do I fight a short nigga? I've always been the short nigga. Matias gonna be punching on Isak like that's his son. I'm telling you. You watch this shit every morning at work on the playback. I appreciate that, brother. Keep contributing to the conversations, man. And I'm gonna leave it up to the wrench gang to see. You know what I mean? If you eligible, if they feel like you eligible, then we gonna get it done. But you gotta be around. You gotta contribute to more of these conversations. Shout out to Pro Up Dan. I definitely seen you. Cash at me 30 bills. You could pay for a wrench too, yeah. Not a super chat though. It got to be a cash app. We need all the bread. You know, YouTube be taking the bread. I told the one weirdo if he want to come back, I need 500. Nigga be emailing me, begging me to come back. Bro, is there any way I can come back, man? I won't start any more trouble, man. Man, I watch your videos every day. Cash at me 500, and I'll let you back in. Oh, that's how you gonna do me, man? Shut your broke ass up. Stop crying. Stack your bread up. Smoochie, this was before you was even coming around. Smoochie, when you started coming around? I know you've been here for a while, but when you started coming around? Oh, shit, my door was unlocked this whole time. Fuck no. Niggas trying to get this. Niggas gonna walk into some hot shit. Oh, you don't remember? Damn. Nah, he don't email me no more. I had told him some shit and he stopped writing me. So the nigga cash at me 500. He act like he was gonna give it to me too. I know his broke ass, bro. He be on the computer too much to have that type of money. I like Matias over Pitbull. Me too. I had told him some shit, and ever since then, bro, he deleted all his accounts, all that. Smoochie, you gotta understand. The reason why I thought you was a nigga because there be niggas on here that imitate females. You feel me? I gotta see. I remember when you sent me the email. Oh yeah, she a woman for sure. Yeah, you be saying niggas be the trolls is real, Smoochie. So ain't no disrespect to you. You feel me? Just men are really weird. You feel me? Let me see. Where's the nation chat at? Yo, this shit crazy. The group chat got some wild shit in there, bro. We might have to put. I mean, I'll leave that up to y'all. We could put Ghost in the group chat. Why not? He already wrench game. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Yeah, bro. Like, if you gonna be a troll, at least have your funds together, bro. Like, niggas be more worried about me than their bank account. That shit is crazy. Shit. Before I worry about any motherfucker out here, I always make sure my pocket's right. I give myself a whole goal. Let's make this much bread today. If you don't hit that goal, you ain't working hard enough. The fuck is we even talking about? Let's see. Who the wildest nigga in the chat? You're dumbass. That 500 going. How I feel about that Tellez fight on Saturday, bro? I ain't even see it, to be honest with you. What you thought? Yeah, Slime be on some weird shit. Oh, I found the email with Smoochie picture. Yeah. I would never put Smoochie picture out there publicly. But I see you. I like the curly hair. Let me see. Nah, I would never put. Yeah, I would never put Smoochie picture out there. I fuck with Smoochie. Nova was trying to kill Ray in that last round. I think y'all would like Smoochie though. She definitely ain't ugly. Because I was suspicious. I was like, yo, is you really a nigga or what the fuck? She clarified though, so yeah. She definitely ain't ugly, so y'all ain't gotta trip about that. Yeah, Nova tried, bro. He was like, he ain't had the skills to really fuck with Ray, so he had to resort to, bring it in the trenches because that's where he was really safest at. Whenever he was like at bay or he was at a range that, Ford could fucking get his combinations off, it was dangerous for him. You could tell Ray Power was really fucking with Nova. He really wasn't feeling the punches he was getting hit with. So he was like, all right, when I'm fighting close, I'm a lot safer. And plus, Raymond wasn't really giving him much resistance on the inside anyway. I mean, it could always be a catfish, but I don't know. She don't give me nigga vibes. I'm going to do an image search on that picture. Should I do an image search on that picture, yo? Let me find out. Smoochy, you've been tricking people this whole time. Because you ain't got no social media neither. Don't nothing come up. It's cool. Let me know what come up. No, I believe you. I don't know why you want to be anonymous, though. There's only one anonymous. There's only one anonymous. Yes, sir. That Nick Ball fight took a lot out of him. Ford ain't all that. I disagree because when he came, and the reason why I disagree, Justin, is that if that was the case, if that's what really happened, then them two first performances at 130 wouldn't have looked how the way it looked. You feel what I mean? I personally feel like he had a shitty training camp. I thought he had a shitty training camp. He may have overtrained. He may have had a bad weight cut, whatever the case is. But if that Nick Ball fight would have took a lot out of Ray, like you said, then those first two performances at 130 wouldn't have looked the way it looked. You know, there is such thing as, you know, cutting weight wrong and undertraining, overtraining. It could be a lot of different variables. I'm going to chalk that up to it being a bad training camp. But Tim Bradley had some inside info before the fight even came about that Raymond Ford had a bad camp. So, yeah, I mean, that's probably what it was. Rel wasn't in camp for Ray. I thought that Ray was training with like Shakur Cousin or some shit. I don't be understanding these training dynamics sometimes. But I do know that Rel be going over to Shakur camp, so it's probably what it is. I don't know. Ray will peak at 40. I think he'll peak at 35. He's his strength coach. Rel is his trainer. That's so confusing. I be seeing the nigga giving Ray pad work. Then I heard niggas say that Shakur Cousin was Ray coach. I don't know, bro. I don't know. There'd be a lot of crazy shit going on. Raymond Ford, I don't know. I think he like my age or younger. I don't know. He 26, so he a year younger than me. Doesn't he train in Houston? I mean, that's what I thought. I don't really got much inside info on Ray and shit like that. I would like to bring Ray on. I think that'll be a great interview. You know what I mean? Him being from Camden and knowing about Philly and shit. He did a sparring session at my gym before, I told y'all. This was like a little bit before he fought for his world title. When he won his world title, I should say. Yeah, I think at 35, Ray will be. I think it'll take him a couple fights to acclimate, but I think he'll be sturdy at 35. I think 30 may be a little bit. Either he had a bad camp, or maybe he just can't make the weight no more. I don't know. And if Shakur Cousin is Ray's strength coach, and Ford had a bad weight cut or whatever the case is, then he may have did Ford a disservice. Ford should fight Foster. I agree. I think it'll be a great fight. I think it'll be great promotion going into that fight. And there's definitely some bad blood between the two. But it seemed like Ford, I guess Foster trying to play it like Foster been trying to like degrade Ray. Saying that like he a generic version of Shakur. And he would rather fight Shakur type shit. So I guess Foster looking at it like he want to go after the bigger fish. He don't really care about Raymond Ford too much. But I don't know. I would rather see Ford and Foster than Foster and Shakur. I think Shakur got bigger fish to fry than Foster. And Ray Ford, he like to talk his shit. He ain't got no, bro. He don't give a fuck, bro. I seen him throw a little bit of shade at Stephen Fulton too. There was like one word to describe Stephen Fulton. He was like small. Like damn. I know they done crossed paths in the gym before too. Like I know they had to have. There's too many mutuals around them for them. I'm willing to guess that they've actually sparred before. Probably recently too. I'm almost willing to bet that. They definitely had to have sparred. Said Fulton will beat Ford. He all talk. You gotta see how Fulton look at 130. No, I was saying that they was interviewing Raymond Ford, anonymous, and that it was like a little segment where they were like, "Oh, we're gonna give you a boxer's name, describe him in one word," and they said, "Cool boy stuff." Stephen Fulton, he was like small. I was like, "Oh, okay." I never really heard Raymond speak on Fulton, but that wasn't like the most positive thing to say about him. So I was like, it's interesting. Ford will cook Scooter. I think you got Scooter fucked up, Slime. Anything could happen in boxing. Ford got a chance, but cook Scooter? I don't think so. Isn't Ford shorter? I don't know. I think they both. That's why I was kind of confused because like Ray a little nigga too. So I'm like, I was like, okay. A small nigga calling another nigga small. I was like, all right. They probably around the same height, to be honest with you. Five, 6. So Raymond Ford is 5'6". Stephen Fulton got to be the same height. Stephen Fulton listed as 5'7", 5'6.5". So Fulton may be a little bit taller than Ray. Anonymous said, let's be real though. All them top 130 niggas are probably draining themselves. They're all big for that weight class. Foster, Ford, Navarrete, even Roach. That's a fact. But, all them, I think it's safe to say that they all sacrifice to make the weight. That's pretty clear. None of them walk around at 130. That's pretty safe to say. But there's a difference between sacrificing to make the weight. You know what I mean? It being hard to make the weight and just having a totally like a totally bad weight cut. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have a tough time making weight and it still not be a bad weight cut. But when you have a bad weight cut, now you're talking like performances that could be detrimental to your career and even your health. You know what I mean? Like I've seen like tough weight cuts where it's like You know what I mean? Like them last 2 pounds was a struggle, but they got it off and they rehydrated pretty well and they performed well. But then I seen bad weight cuts where it's like, yo, we might have to take this nigga to the hospital. This shit looking a little crazy out here. I seen bad weight cuts where it's like an IV couldn't save him in 24 hours. So it was like, bro, niggas had to throw the fight away. Navarrete always misses weight. Yo, but Navarrete, there's a method to that boy madness. Because one thing about Navarrete, he know how to whoop some ass. He definitely know how to whoop some ass. I was so happy when I seen him pack Valdez up. I was like, oh, yeah. Get Valdez the fuck up out of here. Try to cheat again. And they let him off the hook, too. They let him slide with that shit with Conceição. They still let the fight happen. I was like, wow. That Filipino beating the last fight, that cut was a punch. And I seen the punch happen. I seen the punch land. Then I seen it open up. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a punch. Yeah, Navarrete cap is going to be at 130. 135, I've seen fighters look phenomenal at one weight and then move up and look ass in another. So, Navarrete cap is 30. He said, I love and hate boxing. Clarify, my brother, what you talking about, man? I think we all do, though. Let's get 30 likes. Absolutely. Mazuma, do you think Espinoza going up to 130? I think eventually he'll definitely go up to 130. And I don't think he'll have trouble acclimating to the weight class neither. He could definitely become a problem, bro. Because even at 130, he's still a very tall. He's still gonna be a problem. That additional 4 pounds ain't gonna do nothing but make him stronger, more energetic. Yeah, I mean, might have a little bit more thud on them punches too. So, and because he may be more energetic, maybe it'll contribute to, the volume punching that he already has. I think he could genuinely be more dangerous at 130 than 126. I wonder what's his walk around weight. He maybe got like them. He probably like on that Fedora type time. Where like, they tall, lanky dudes, but they actually walk around close to the weight, or people still perceive them to be weight bullies. Or if, Espinoza put on a couple pounds. Something tells me that Espinoza don't really cut that much weight. I don't think he cuts much weight. He don't look like he really put like weight on, unless I'm tripping. YSM says, I watch dudes dominate a fight and still lose. I love it, but hate the bullshit that come with it. That's a fact. Bro, if I was to show you these fucking, on Saturday, listen to me, man. I got this kid by the name of Joshua Ramos, Puerto Rican kid. He like, if I had to compare him to somebody, bro, he's like he puts pressure. He got solid defense. He punches with bad intentions. He's like if I had to think offensively, I don't think he fights exactly like a particular fighter, like overall, but he like offensively, he's like MarkMazuma. You feel what I'm saying? That explosive, fast hands, good body shots and shit like that. Like he punched with bad intentions. So offensively, he's like that, but his defense sharp. It's like how he reminded me of, when Carlos Adames was doing all that slippery shit with Hamza Shiraz. It was making him like he got a little bit of that to him too. He only got 3 fights, bro. On Saturday, bro, he fought this kid from Ghana. Bro. If I was to show you these clips, Jamil, you'd be like, yo, he beat the shit out of this kid. Like, dominated him. Like, the dude didn't have no moments. The only thing dude was doing was he was sitting on the ropes and he was just trying to throw punches in between. But Joshua already had caught wind of that shit. So he started throwing feints, making them shoot, and then he was countering over dude counters. Like I was telling him to, and then he was going to the body, bro. He hurting him with hooks to the body. He hitting him up top. He falling off balance all on the ropes. Bro, brutalizing him. Bro, they said, winner out of the blue corner. I was like, what? I was like, how? Bro, the niggas coach, even though they won, they didn't clap. They didn't do nothing, bro. The boy couldn't believe he won. You can see it on his face. Like, what the fuck? Like, that they just named me the winner? No bullshit. He get out the ring. We sitting there like, bro, how the fuck does this even happen? Like, this shit is crazy because we done been robbed before, but it's always like a surprise. It's always a shock. I don't know how to explain it. It always just blows your mind whenever you get robbed because it's like, what the fuck is they scoring, bro? Like, what's their intentions behind these scorecards? So, and I asked to see the scorecard. They refused to let me see it. So I was like, that's fucking weird because y'all always say in the rules that we could request to see the scorecards and they'll show us after the event. We was the co-main. So about when I asked, the shit was already over. They refused to show me. That's the New Jersey officials for you in USA Boxing. Anyways, bro, the fucking coach snapping on the kid, right? And they speaking in their language. They from Ghana. I don't know, Ghanaian. I don't know what language they speak. But anyways, they going back and forth and shit. The fucking kid was like, so like, I guess he was saying like, what, but I was throwing a jet. Bro, the nigga was snapping, right? So the kid, I guess he wanted to like give the guy, the coach, his belt. Bro, the nigga took the belt and threw it back at him. Snapping in his language, like causing a scene, like everybody looking. And then they just stormed out. Like the kid walked out with the belt with his head down. I was like, yo. That nigga knew he lost. I was like, yo, this shit right here, bro. I wish they really had, because even in the amateurs, bro, they do not hold the judges accountable, bro. Like they don't, like, bro, I feel like judges should be, like whenever it's like a controversial scorecard, judges should be forced to explain why they scored the fight, how they scored it. They should be investigated, even if it's the amateurs, bro. I don't give a fuck if they volunteering. Y'all playing with people's, passions. Y'all playing with niggas' money for real. Niggas sacrificing time out of their day. I'm sacrificing time, quality time spent with my son to go travel an hour, sometimes 2 hours to go to a fight, paying tolls, gas money, all that shit to go get robbed. And I'm the type nigga, if one of my fighters lose, I'll take it on the chin and I keep it pushing. That's what real coaches do. You learn from the situation, you go back to the gym, you tighten up, you come back stronger. But damn, bro, what the fuck? Shit crazy, bro. Then the worst part be when you come back to the gym that following Monday and be like, yo, man, how was the fights? And then you got to say you lost because that's what happened. But in the back of your mind, you know you didn't lose. That nigga's looking at you like, damn, this nigga lost. And you got to walk around feeling like a loser and shit when you know you didn't lose in the fucking first place. Damn. That's why a lot of boxers are discouraged. Facts. But I tell my niggas all the time, bro, they robbed Floyd. They robbed Roy Jones. They robbed Purnell in the pros. Bro, if they'll rob these niggas, you think they won't rob you? I look at it that way. I seen kids get robbed and lose all their confidence as a result of that, bro. They robbed Keyshawn. When they robbed Keyshawn? Foster got robbed in that first Conceição fight. Yes, he did. Yeah, these things happen, bro. That's the game for you. Yeah, I mean, what, against Andy Cruz? You thought Keyshawn got robbed against Andy Cruz? I don't remember. I don't remember that. Roy Jones in the Olympics. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. I watched that shit. I couldn't believe what I saw. Y'all thought Keyshawn beat Andy Cruz? I don't think so. Anonymous, I knew Anonymous was going to type, so he said, no, Andy whooped Keyshawn. I was waiting for Anonymous. That's why I kept repeating it. I knew he was going to say so. I was like, bro, let me hear it. Cruz started moonwalking. Yeah, he was having a time in there, bro. And Tito Mercado was talking about how, like, he won like the Olympic qualifiers, and they still said they was following through with Keyshawn because they invested too much money into him. Like, damn, that's some cold shit. J Cash said, I thought Andy won. Andy had a better style in the amateurs. They judge a lot differently than the pros, don't they? Yeah, the amateurs is really about like activity. I feel like the biggest difference between the pros and the amateurs is more about quantity, and the pros is about quality. You feel what I'm saying? So like you could smack a nigga to death in the amateurs. Like a nigga could smack you 6 times and then you could land 2 solid shots, and the judges are gonna lean more towards the 6 smacks because he's outworking. It's really about who outworks who. And the pros is more about, you know what I mean, landing the harder, more effective shots. You know what I mean? In the amateurs, you don't really got time to showcase like ring generalship and all that, unless it's like open class where you're doing 3-minute rounds. Some of these kids be fighting 1 minute, 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. So yeah, it's like you gotta get straight to the shits. It's not much time. You got the pro shit slow down. Like I said, it's more about quality. You could think more in there, set punches up. Unpopular opinion, Kovalev got robbed. Talk about against Ward. I thought it was close. I think it could have went either way. I don't think it was a robbery, though. The way that Andre Ward closed out the mid to late rounds, he probably edged it by the skin of his teeth. I don't think he got robbed, though. I think it was real close. Roach got robbed. Yeah. Say you watched that fight twice and Ward lost. I mean, that's your opinion, bro. It was close. Tito Mercado will get beat on by Matias low-key. That's a great fight. That nigga Tito Mercado told me on this channel that he would put Subriel in the hospital. That's what he said. He said that I'm going to have to feed that nigga some Maduros in the hospital after he knocked Subriel out. So I don't know. That's what don't take my word for it. That's what Tito said. Tito Mercado said he'll put Subriel in the hospital. That's what he said. Said he gonna feed on what? Maduros. That's like I'll show you. They like fried sweet plantains. So this is Maduros right here. And that's like he said that because Subriel Puerto Rican and a lot of Puerto Ricans eat Maduros. That's why it caught me off guard. I'm like, yo, this nigga Tito be talking shit. So these are Maduros right here. I don't really fuck with this, but a lot of Ricans do. You feel me? Like Slime, I know he be fucking these up when nobody looking, like how fat niggas do. But yeah, those are Maduros. You said you blame me. What you blaming me for? I can't control what that man say. He a grown ass man. I like tortones. I don't really fuck with Maduro. It's just a difference. I like how the way them Chinese motherfuckers be making them tortones with the garlic and the salt and the pepper. Should be fire, bro. Especially around here. They got, bro, there's this for my Philly niggas. There's this my dad used to live in this apartment building right across the street from this Chinese store that's famous around the way. It's like 8th and Erie. They sell this, it's called Bite Empanado. Empanado, I think. In English, it's breaded steak. You get the breaded steak with the fucking totones, bro. At this Chinese spot, they speak Spanish too. These Chinese motherfuckers speak Spanish, bro. Fire. Fire. Empanado. Okay, cool. Bro, telling you. Whenever I get in the mood for that shit, bro, I don't give a fuck what time it is. It could be 12 in the morning, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. We sliding over there. Not an empanada, no. All right, let me see if I can show you this shit too. So this is it right here. Let me see. What's the closest to this? I don't really see anything here that look like it. It's like, hold on. I'm gonna show y'all niggas. Empanado. So, if I had to say it looked like any of this, it would look mostly like this. It's gonna be the picture right here to the bro, I'm telling you, this shit fire, bro. I'm telling you. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all too. That fighter from the UK that been tapping in with, he don't really tap in with the channel how he used to, but his name is Hasim Hassan. He'll be training with me for about a week over at Pivot. He's visiting from the UK. But this is it right here. Kind of similar to that. It don't look exactly like that, but it's a good idea. You know what I mean? But yeah, Hasim Hassan, he already got his tickets. He got the Airbnb. You feel me? So it's gonna be a good job, bro. I'm looking forward to. I love working with fighters from all around the world and shit, man. We got a fighter from Uzbekistan who like 6-0. I've been working with him, like his style. We got a Cuban fighter, fire. We be having people from all over. What was the other one? We had this one guy from he a pro now. He an undefeated pro. He from Sweden. Yeah, he was from Sweden. He over there doing his thing. I'm in Lynn walking around looking for Rashidi. You better leave Rashidi alone before he fuck you up. Where Jordan Sheffield been? Jordan Sheriff, you mean? Jordan Sheriff, I believe he's still training in Spain. I don't know. I got his IG though. But he'll tap in here and there. I think like since we're in different time zones, it'd be hard for him to keep up. But yeah. Hasim Hassan, I'm gonna try to get, cause when he get down here, I'm gonna be on vacation. When he said he gonna come. So I'm gonna be in Ocean City, Maryland the last week of, so I'm gonna be in Ocean City from the 29th to the 1st. So from Friday to Monday. And I think Hasim said that he'll be in Hashim, I'm sorry. Fucking his name up. He'll be here from the 29th, which is when I'll be gone, to the 5th. So I'll be working with him for probably 3 days out of that time, unfortunately. Yeah, I'll be working. I'll try to work with him from the 2nd, 3rd, and the 4th. Get some sparring. Because he looked like he a little bit light. He looked tall though. So we'll see. He got a lot of experience though, so that's dope. He probably like a 135 pounder. I got 2 135s he could work with that'll be fire. Shout out to Hashim Hassan. me see if I get him right. Yeah. From Islington. I wish he could stay longer, but you know, it is what it is. We got any last questions before we get up out of here, man? See, that's how accessible I am for the motherfuckers who be thinking I'm just the internet nigga and shit like that. Who the hardest hitter at my gym? We got a lot of big punchers, bro. I don't know, bro. That's a good question. I had an amateur by the name of Zay that was punching like a son of a bitch. He been on a little bit of a hiatus, unfortunately, due to some injuries and family issues. He had knockout after knockout after knockout. Then Oluwafemi, he's definitely a big puncher, especially that right hook. That shit dynamite. That's the two that I think of. But Atif, when he was at the gym, he was a big puncher too. Very, very heavy hands. We had somebody by the name of Brandon Robinson. Like the hardest punch I ever felt was from him. He was knocking shit out too. Khalil Cole versus Jesse Hart. I keep hearing about that. That's a rumor as of right now. I don't know if they finalizing that, but if they do make that fight, that's a great fight. That's a great step-up fight for Khalil Cole, bro. Your boy Derek got a nice style, in my opinion. Yeah. They call him the maestro for a reason. He be in that bitch teaching niggas shit, schooling them. He'll be back soon. What our teeth punches feel like a sledgehammer. But if Khalil Cole and Jesse Hart rumble, great fight. Great fight. Because, you know, Jesse Hart, you know, I don't think he's at his peak no more, but he still got something in the tank, and he's dangerous. He could punch. He got dog in him. You know what I mean? He's solid. And a lot of people been hesitant to give Jesse Hart, you know, opportunities. Khalil Cole, he just avenged the loss. Most recently dominated the fight with the jab, was able to stop him. So he got his confidence back. So I feel like if they line that up with Khalil Cole, that's a risky fight for Matchroom to take on Khalil Cole's behalf. I need to see Pacheco versus Hamza. That's a great fucking fight. A great fight. I fuck with Diego Pacheco, bro. Y'all know I rock with him. He'll give Hamza a lot of issues, especially with the height. I don't think Hamza accustomed to being in there with people who got the height and range like him. So I think that'd be a great chess match. Said Pacheco ain't ready. I'm tripping. I think Pacheco mad underrated from what I've seen from him. Y'all niggas, y'all like Hamza punched on Berlanga and niggas feeling themselves. Like, come on, man. How does Itauma versus Wortley go? Woo! Fabio, man. His name always make me laugh, but Moses' speed and his athleticism, I could see that giving Fabio problems, but Fabio could crack. He dangerous, bro. That's a good fucking fight. Itauma's speed and athleticism might be the difference, but god damn, Fabio, that's dangerous, bro. I would have to really break some footage down to tell you. Ammo Williams. We comparing Ammo Williams to Diego Pacheco. Stop it, man. I seen Carlos Adames get that nigga gas, and everybody swept that shit under the rug after he fried Berlanga. Yeah, Worley will definitely give Itauma some rounds. That's what they said they're looking for. But Jermaine Franklin definitely the safer route. Shout out to Moses Itauma's team for knowing how to build a fighter. You feel me? And not trying to throw him in the fucking trenches right away like turkey sloppy ass. Ammo Williams got skill. You tripping? Nigga, Amo Williams sucks, nigga. And I always said he sucked. Fuck that nigga and that fake ass tail he be walking around with. That nigga always been ass to me. He ain't fucking with no Diego Pacheco. Let me stop playing. Amo could rumble. I don't like him, but he could rumble. But yeah, Amo not on Diego Pacheco level. He not. I think that, bro, that Steven Nelson fight showed me a lot about Diego, man. Steven Nelson could rumble. A lot of that nigga was heavily avoided too. Let's not forget. Slime said it, not me. Slime be tripping. Steven Nelson ain't shit. You just be talking, Justin. I don't really think you be studying niggas, bro. Steven Nelson could rumble. Yeah, I don't know why they be hating on Pacheco. I know the nigga got big ass ears. He a weird, tall, lanky looking Mexican nigga, but Pacheco could rumble, bro. And he beat fucking I know Caleb Plant got the stoppage and all that over McCumbee, but he neutralized McCumbee better than Plant did. May have not been as much of an exciting fight than Caleb Plant had, but Pacheco beat him cleaner, beat him easier. Completely neutralized that bullshit that McCumbee be on. That lunging into punches and all that bullshit. Pacheco boxed him beautifully. Nigga, I was talking shit about Amo. I was just bidding. I don't think he ass, but he not on Pacheco level, though. I don't think Amo, like, championship, like, I don't think he a championship caliber fighter, in my opinion. Styles make fights. All right, let's see Amo Williams versus Pacheco then. You don't like that, do you? Yeah, McCumbee got neutralized, man. He had moments against Caleb Plant. He ain't had no moments against Pacheco. He talking about let's see. You trying to send this nigga. Man, I feel like Pacheco will stop Amo. Amo too small. Amo need to stay away from 168. That nigga will get ice fucking with them super middle. The size difference between middleweights and super middleweights is crazy. I've seen it. Justin, you can't bring up Amo last fight. See, I brought up the Steven Nelson fight, right? Let's pull up Amo Williams' box record. Right? Austin Williams. So his last opponent was Ivan Vasquez. Right? He stopped him. A former sparring partner of his, who I think fought him on. Didn't he fight Amo on like short notice? I think that shit was competitive until Ivan gassed out. Listen, man. You're not about to sit around and try to give Amo credit for beating Ivan Vasquez, but you don't want to give Pacheco credit for beating Steven Nelson. Yeah, Amo Williams gets new opponent, faces Ivan Vasquez. Let me see. How many days notice was it? So this was published July 17th. What the fuck? Did he fight him on like 2 days notice? Bro, that article with the replacement opponent came in, was published July 17th. And then they fought on July 19th. Man, get the fuck out of here. How does Stanionis and Polanco play out? Ooh wee! I'll tell you what, Polanco better not bring that bum ass Philly shell up against Stanionis. I like that fight. That's gonna be a dog fight for real. I don't know. Polanco mean, dog. Stanionis is strong, and he don't mind being in them trenches neither. Stanionis, we gotta see how he bounced back off that loss for real. Polanco, he inexperienced. I probably edge Stanionis, but if his mind ain't right, Polanco might bully him. You know, after Boots whoop niggas' asses, they don't be the same. Stanionis gonna rip a left hook to his temple. Had a nigga Polanco on Queer Street. Polanco be talking greasy too. He rubbed me the wrong way because I grew up beefing with Dominicans, bro. So he remind me of them niggas I used to have problems with. That shit was getting so heated with me and Dominicans, bro. Whenever I would get like real dark in the summer, I'm light right now. When I get real dark in the summer, he be like, man, you look like a Dominican. I'm man, fuck you, man. They seen that shit coming. They was like, all right, staying here. All right, Montes, we gotta get you the fuck up out this ring before shit get critical. Yup. They definitely saved Stanionis, bro. Yeah, Romain Villa done. Boots made that nigga punchy. Like Chinny, I mean. Hopefully he ain't punchy. But definitely Chinny. That boy, he took all of Villa's punch resistance away. Shit's scary, bro. Because Romain Villa could rumble. He was giving me like Maidana vibes and shit in terms of like that dog, that pressure, that will. Boots took all that shit away from him, ruined his fucking career, bro. Damn. Nah, they definitely saved Stanionis, though. That shit was getting dark. Villa stopped Rashidi. He didn't stop Rashidi, but he beat him. He dropped Rashidi. Tiger Johnson better stop talking shit to Polanco before he gets sparked. Oh, they've been going at it? Damn, Polanco just be talking shit to everybody then, right? Rashidi got beat up at the end. He like fucking gas tank went down the drain. And Vila started picking that shit up on him, start putting it together. I think this nigga said Polanco KO's bum ass Tiger Johnson. Yeah, bro, I ain't like Tiger Johnson performance against Boca Chica. He really not impressive to me. I mean, you could like Tiger, bro. That's cool. I think I spoke to Tiger one time on FaceTime because Atif and him is real cool in the amateurs. I spoke to Tiger one time, like briefly. But I think he FaceTiming at the gym and I said what's up or whatever. I don't know. Tony the Tiger Johnson. The corniest top ranked hype job. Damn. They hating on Tiger like ammo. Justin, shut up. Shut up. It ain't our fault that you attracted the bum ass fighters, bro. You a fan of a nigga who run around with a tail tucked between his ass cheeks. Like that's just the type fighters that you like, brother. Don't be trying to be bitter because niggas got their opinions. You feel what I'm saying? If you like niggas that like to tuck tails between their ass cheeks while they shadow boxing, bro, that's on you. This nigga slime is insane. You talking about pause? You the one who the fan of the nigga. I'm just stating the obvious. Yeah, G-Bo, you the OG, man. Tell these niggas relax, man. Talking about this nigga got a butt plug. You want to see why they call me ammo? No, that's not chill, bro. That ain't funny. That's not funny. My imagination is wild. Okay. That nigga ammo. Ammo fuck with a girl that's like a boxer, right? Yeah. You want to see why they call me ammo? No, sir. No, sir. I don't understand why he talking that rah-rah shit to Hitchens. Hitchens would fry loudmouth Tiger John. Yeah, I'm definitely betting on Hitchens the fried Tiger. That shit'll be so easy. Hitchens will beat that nigga with just straight shots like he do with everybody else. A 1-2. I used to follow her. I forgot her name though. Bro, nigga said wife. He married? So good to see you here. We both know it's been too long. Yeah, her name is like Pueblo Rican. Yeah, she alright. She a little sturdy, John. I don't know how to pronounce her name though. Her name is Sha Sharaya Maru. I don't know. Anyways, but she had a kid. Oh yeah, Emo just had a baby with her. Shit is real. Her name is Super Puta. Oh my god, this nigga trying. Bro, I don't want no smoke with Ammo, bro. That nigga gonna run up on me with a foxtail with some ears to go with that motherfucker, bro. He gonna try to punch on me. I'm gonna have to hit the nigga with some bear mace. Like it's gonna. Then they gonna run up on me like Swiper off Dora the Explorer. That shit gonna be like Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping. Ammo gonna be like, oh man. Shit. He said he gonna make you wear his tail. Oh, oh hell no. Ho ass nigga, put this tail on, nigga. Talking shit, nigga. Justin Jackson said you was talking shit, nigga. Where my tail, nigga? Put it between your legs. What the fuck? Hold up. No, sir. You know, Ammo a little cuckoo too. Y'all remember when he was having those little episodes and shit? Apparently that nigga take meds. He crazy. That boy cuckoo. Freaky ass nigga. He a 69 god. Yeah. He gonna run up on me and beat me with his tail like Pootie Tang? What? Yo. That's fucking crazy. That nigga Ammo might be the Pootie Tang of boxing. Who's the Pootie Tang of boxing? Is it Ammo Williams or is it Blair Cobbs? Because them niggas, they both up there for like the weirdest niggas in boxing. I think Blair Cobbs is the Pootie Tang of boxing. Blair definitely the fucking Pootie Tang of boxing. Sarate. This nigga Coffee said Blair the Square Cobbs. That's crazy. Ammo fought a whole fight to promote his wife. What you mean? Blair the people's champ. Blair the Rock now. Yo, that nigga Blair be having me cracking up because he really be walking around with that belt, the WBC People's Champ belt. And he be walking around like that shit really a title. Like, bro, what? God damn. This nigga said Blair is the Rock. The Rock says The Rock says that's crazy. The fuck is Barca? God damn it. Why are we talking about soccer? Blair beating Polanco. He'll get Blair so fucking awkward. He definitely will give Polanco some. He probably would beat Polanco. I ain't gonna lie to you because Blair sneaky with his offense. He probably and the way that Polanco defense set up, Blair might squeeze, might put some shit, might hit him with some shit he don't see. Blair got sneaky power too. Breadman said that Blair's punches the hardest punches he ever felt on the pads. And Breadman don't got pillow punches in his camp, so that's impressive. Coffee, don't let Slime get to you, man. You know he just fucking with you. That nigga Blair be walking around with that People's Champ belt. Woo! I'm like, this nigga, bro. Blair put Broner's tooth on a chain and he wears it with his people chant belt. Bro, no way. I think Maidana did the same shit to Floyd because Maidana knocked Floyd tooth out. I think Maidana got Floyd tooth on a chain. That's some wild shit. I ain't gonna lie. What? Blair got Broner tooth on a chain, bro. That's personal. Bro, the way Broner fell, that's how he injured his elbow. He fell all ugly and shit. He fell like you know how like Peter Griffin fall down the steps and shit on Family Guy, fucking hand be around here and all that. But that's how the way, bro. That's how the way Broner fell when Blair dropped him, bro. Nigga fell like Peter Griffin. If you falling like them niggas on Family Guy, bro, that's a bad, that's a bad jump. He felt like a drunk, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Broner fell like a newborn. What? Bro, how newborns fall? Yo. That's hilarious. Bro felt like the white bitch in every horror movie. That's crazy. Bro, look how the way Broner fell, though. That nigga hand was all behind his head, behind his back, fell on his elbow, tilted over, bro. He fell just like Peter Griffin do down them steps. Oh, shit. Coffee. That's a low blow, Coffee. Damn. Slime gonna cry. That's gonna make Slime stress eat tonight. Cause Slime, one of them niggas, when he gets stressed, that nigga open a can of beans and go to town on them joints. Oh shit. Oh. That nigga Slime, bro. He was like damn. Whew. Boy. Psych, no. Let me get the fuck up out of here, man. I need to go ahead and catch up on my Z's and shit. You feel me? I got a long day ahead of me tomorrow, and I need energy for my son. So, with that being said, man, I'm going to go ahead and end this live, man. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love. If y'all can go ahead and hit the like button, that'd be very much appreciated. You see what I'm saying? We on the road to 4K. We're looking to hit that 3,200 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation in the mouth for making this possible. We had some great conversations today, man. Shout out to everybody that was interacting in the chat. You feel what I mean? I'll be back at y'all with another live 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to continue talking about what's currently going on in the sport of boxing and moving the culture forward. Until then, this is Marcus Rosa, a.k.a. Mazuma TV, and I holla at y'all, man. Peace. I hope you dream about ammo. This nigga Justin retarded. Anyways, I'm up out of here, man. Peace.